This hangout is on air live. Hello, I'm Nickel Skinner with Skinner Games, and you are here with Retro Roleplaying and our cast and crew. Today, we will continue our game through the Pathfinder Playtest material, the Doomsday Dawn campaign. Last time we played our 4 characters, Palladius, the Elf Sorcerer, Warlin, Bright Fizzle, the Gnome Barbarian, Gorok Stonework, the Dwarf Alchemist, and Tilia Devon, the Human Ranger, showed up in a town and were charged by Tilia's cousin to follow a goblin that had infiltrated their family's home and stolen some stuff. The goblin was found hiding away and led the party into a underground cistern that led into a succeeding ossuary that had caught on fire. So our characters came across some goblins, took them out, looked in a couple of rooms, and found one that was hanging, had a bunch of drained goblins in it. And right before we ended, their goblin guide, whose name is Talga, excuse me, let them know that she believes the recently appointed chief of her tribe is a vampire. And that is where we ended. So you guys, let's get right to the meat and the nitty-gritty of moving right along with this adventure. So you guys are standing in this very small room. There are 3 goblin bodies on posts, and they've been completely drained of all of their life fluid. Looks relatively frightened by this display, but she also doesn't seem super surprised by it, oddly enough.
Can I get a close look at the goblin body? Any one of them?
You may.
I know they're on a post. I'm a little short.
Yeah. Do you have medicine as a skill that you can roll?
It's just a +1 to it.
I do. I can do that.
Sure. Anybody can examine it, and I believe you can use it relatively untrained. Or whatever it is they're calling it in this edition.
Yeah, I'm untrained.
Right.
Okay, what are we rolling?
The medicine, so it's a D20.
No, I know it's medicine. What for?
We're looking at the goblin bodies that are look like they're drained.
Oh, okay. I'll roll. So I get a +5 bonus because I took it as a class skill. Oh, yeah.
D20.
Yes. That was a horrible roll. Total of 10.
Total of 10. Okay. You look them over and you notice that their skin is sunken into their eyes and their faces. They're definitely void of all bodily fluids. You can definitely confirm that they have been dead for a few days.
Now, do I have to roll this for each body or just one?
General for all of them.
Yeah, we'll just do the one.
Okay. How many bodies? 3 of them?
There are 3 bodies, yes.
Okay. I'll get another look at the second one.
Okay.
Okay. That was an even worse roll. Because it's my dice.
Want to use mine? There you go.
Yeah, I like your die better. Okay.
Look what you did.
Okay, roll number 2 was 9. Probably the same verdict as that one. Okay, body number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Total of 14 for that one.
Okay, you will notice on this body that there is a hole that is about the size of your finger on the side of its neck. Just the one.
Well, what do you see?
Curious. Don't vampires usually leave 2 holes when they bite?
I guess I've never experienced a vampire.
Or they just tear you to pieces. I don't know.
No. There's only 1 hole here. So it's either a vampire with 1 fang or it's something different.
It's an old vampire. Its teeth are falling out.
A baby vampire hasn't grown into both fangs yet.
That's a big hole for a goose. Maybe it's some kind of ritual that requires blood.
Hold on, let me see. I look for my gear.
Can we roll anything that sounds like
Oh,
this? Does
okay.
anyone have a points in occultism?
Well, no, I have healer's tools. Could I, like, surgically open this body?
You want to do an autopsy?
Yeah.
How much time do you want to spend in this room?
Not that much.
Autopsies don't exactly go quickly.
Okay, I guess we should move on then. Darn.
And it's up to you, but you do have a whole party full of people.
Okay. Well, the next body we find, we should probably... The next body we find, we should probably examine to see if we have any other evidence.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
I say we should continue sneaking down.
That's right, we're stealthy.
Yeah, you guys were so stealthy before.
I was.
Before
I
we
wasn't that either.
Before we go, let's see. These are the dead ones that are in this chamber, right?
Correct. Well, they're all dead
How many,
now, but yes.
besides the 3 dead ones, how many other bodies are there? Didn't we kill things in this room?
Back by the other tunnel.
Okay.
So there's a larger chamber that you guys exited onto in this smaller chamber. So there's 4 little alcoves that line the walls, and each of them have sections of bedding, or for lack of a better term, to really illustrate it to you guys. So there's bodies that have been inserted into there, but this used to be an ossuary, a bone house. So people have been buried here from this family for generations upon generations. So there's remains of humans all scattered all around.
Sort of like the underground crypts in England and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Or the catacombs in Paris.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Interesting.
Or the Underworld in the campaign setting that we play at the table, which I guys have not explained to you yet, so that'll be entertaining.
All right. Shall we keep going, guys?
Yes.
I'm not feeling very comfortable hanging around these bodies. Though it is dead goblins, I mean, I can care less, but still.
Let's go.
How much time do you think it would take for me to rig up a booby trap underneath some of the goblins we killed?
Don't. Let's just go.
Okay, fine.
Do we need to roll stealth again?
Yes.
I don't really do that.
Well, that's a total of 8. I was so disturbed by the bodies, I didn't think about walking stealthy.
15.
Okay, my stealth is 11.
Nice. Okay, so Moreland, you said you got 15.
Yes, sir.
Tilius said you got 8.
Yep.
Palladius, did you use moral stealth?
Oh, that's nice.
What?
You get a +4 to stealth.
Yeah, but I rolled bad.
Yeah. Grok, what was your stealth roll then?
11.
11. Palladius, what'd you get?
Is that me?
Yes.
I don't roll for stealth. I'm not. I'm gonna hang back until it's clear,
Yeah.
or else I will immediately give us away.
You can't be any worse than the ranger who should theoretically be quiet rolling an 8.
Misadventure is kind of what we do in this game, huh?
That's very true. So there's this interjection. There's this Twitter feed that is medieval deaths, and like 80% of them are dying from misadventure. Like somebody sits on the side of a river to wash their feet and falls in and drowns, like, and then died by misadventure is what it says. I was like, that sounds a little bit less like a misadventure. Like, there's so many of them like that where it's just like the dude was bucking hay and then fell out of the shaft and killed himself. Like jeez, it sucks. So many of them.
I got an unnatural 20.
Well, there you go. See?
Wow.
I 18 plus 2.
Yeah.
You're the
that's good.
stealthy one now.
I know, you're the stealthiest out of
This guy
everyone.
in our party incidentally ends up being the quietest one.
I know, he really doesn't want to get shot. The sorcerer, I don't want to get shot, I don't want to get shot. Okay, so you guys exit this room and you enter back into the main chamber of the ossuary.
Okay.
About 20 feet in front of you and about, let's say, 10 to 15 feet to the left, there is a series of small steps that lead into a bit of a passageway. If you guys look to your immediate left, about 20 feet away, you will see another doorway, and the same to your right. So you have 3 options. You have a northwestern passage, a southwestern passage, and a northeastern passage. The southeastern passage is the way you came initially. That had
Do we have
sewer.
Do we have a leader for this group?
I don't think you have an assigned leader. No, you guys have just been kind of.
Well, should we just stick to the right-hand wall and go right? But there was a right and left passage, right?
Yes.
From the left.
So the area to the east looks a little bit more tooled and worked. It's cleaner and looks less chopped up.
Yeah, let's go that way. Unless you guys don't want to. 'Cause I'm
Very
starting to...
You make a great leader.
Me?
Yeah.
I suppose it's my family artifact we're fetching.
There you go.
I'm not first. I'm fine.
Yeah, so what's the
You
mark
point the way to go, and I'll go.
Well, let's just go right then.
All
Okay,
right.
so what's the order you guys are walking in?
I'm right in front.
I'm gonna be towards the back because I have my bow. I just want to shoot things.
Guessing Palladius wants to be dead last, and I'll put Skorok in second. Okay. Okay, duly noted. All right, so you guys walk up to the stairs, and they're this nice kind of carved stone. They don't really have, they're not super intricate, but they are very well carved and very well maintained. It leads you into another chamber. You guys had at one point torches that were lit. So it splashes into the chamber beyond you as you guys walk into this kind of narrow passageway. It's about 5 feet wide, but it's tall enough that the taller ancestries can walk through without bumping their heads on anything. The sides of the chamber, the passageways you walk through, are also supported by neatly carved columns as you walk through. In this place, there isn't any bas reliefs carved into the walls or anything like that. It's very simple, very plain, but it's at the same time elegant in its simplicity. You guys enter into the chamber beyond, where you were hearing a lot of noise kind of coming from dripping sounds of water. And it continues as you walk in, so the echoes through the chamber. On the north side of the room, a nearly 10-foot tall visage of a woman's face is carved into the wall. Trickles of water run down her neck like a foul and polluted reservoir below, which itself drains to a large pool of fetid black water on the south side of the room.
Look at that.
So as you
recognize who the woman's supposed to be?
You would recognize, yes, and give me a moment to see if it specifically says in here before I have to make something up. Ah, there we go. So yes, you recognize it as the deity that your family worshipped anciently, and somewhat, you guys have kind of slacked off on your worship, and you're not as devout as you used to be. But it is a representation of Pharasma, the goddess of birth, death, and fate.
This is not the same god that we're having bless the artifact, is it?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm going to assume that her image is down here just because she has to do with crypts stuff, dead things.
Yes, the pool of water, you also know, used to purify things.
Oh.
And the waters used to run clear.
Can I investigate the water?
You may.
What do I roll for that?
Hold on, let me check something real quick.
I'm gonna have my familiar
Okay.
go and sample the water and see if it can tell us.
Sample water.
So evil.
Nice. Yes, if you roll a perception check, you will be able to examine the waters.
Okay, that's my perception. Where's it on the sheet? Yeah, that is a 23.
Dang good.
Okay, so as you kind of examine this face, and it's this large, pristinely carved face of this goddess, and come down her face, and the tears look really kind of clear. It does look like the corruption from the water below is starting to creep up the sides of her face. So she kind of looks more tear-stained than you remember her being. And as you kind of search around, you notice that in the pool of water, there seems to be a spot that's in the shape of something else. It's not moving.
How deep is the pool?
It's not very deep. It's a few inches.
Can I pull out an arrow and try to scrape at the thing with the arrowhead? Whatever's in the water.
Yeah, you can.
I will try that.
Take your
I should see if there's a way I can cure the water.
You reach down and you start to poke at it, and it's just, you hear the scraping along the bottom, like it's this stone against stone, and it's just kind of moving along as you poke at it.
So it's alive. Maybe.
No, it's not alive. She's poking it with something, so it's kind of moving along as she's poking it.
Maybe I think it's
Can
alive.
I lift a bit out and look at it?
You can try to reach in there and grab it, yeah.
I don't want to grab it. I just want to scrape a bit onto the arrowhead and get a better look at it.
Sure. Once you pull your arrow out, you'll notice it is kind of covered in muck.
How deep is the water that she used the arrow? I mean, obviously it's like 1.5 feet, 2 feet.
It says it's inches, so it's not quite a foot. Deep enough you get your feet wet, but it's not super deep.
Hmm.
I just don't trust the water, man.
I don't want to reach my hand into it in case it's something magical. I feel bad leaving it there.
Because it's poisoning your god.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking through my list to see if there's a way I can cure the water. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Not insanity mist. Oh, dang, that's a good one. Man, nothing on this list is really helping.
Well, can I at least wipe her face off with, like, the edge of... I don't know, am I wearing a cloak?
The pool is wide enough that you'd have to walk into
poo.
the water to be able to wipe it off.
All right, then.
Can we levitate something?
If you guys have levitation magic, you can levitate the object that she was poking at, or anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I magic hand it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Okay.
So I float it to the edge, or at least pull it to the edge.
It should be light enough that you'd be able to pull it completely out of the water if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to, though. We can see it better. I'm being cautious.
That's fine. The water is really murky, so it's kind of hard to make out what it is, and who knows how long it's been sitting in there. So it's kind of, I mean, it does look like a stone of something as you kind of pull it up to the edge of the water before it breaches.
We'll do
it
nice and slow at first, and I can pull it out when I determine it to be safe to do so.
Okay. It doesn't look like it's going to harm any of you as you kind of move it beneath the water. You can't really tell what it is, but it doesn't look like it's anything in particular.
Okay. Well, I will lift it out of the water and have it rest on the side of the pool.
Okay. All right. So you pick it up with your mage hand and kind of set it down, and as the water kind of drips off of it, and you get a better look, you see that it's about the size of a human head, and it looks like a goddess, fully carved, that is sitting on a throne of bones. And anybody who has religion can make a check.
I don't.
We have to have religion to make a check.
Knowledge.
I have knowledge of Arcana and esoteric order lore.
Like that.
That's
I have nobility lore. That's not going to work.
I just have additional lore.
Osirian lore.
Not gonna help.
No, I don't like that.
What kind of lore do you all have?
Mine's nobility.
Ancient Assyrian. Assyrian?
I have Arcana and Society.
Society.
And esoteric order lore.
Either the esoteric order lore or the arcane or whatever what he said was.
Arcana, but that's more for spells.
Yeah, Arcana. Right. Let's go with the esoteric order. That'll probably work better. Arcana, because it's usually spells and magical creatures and stuff. I will allow that one to work.
Okay. 16.
Ooh, you know that it is Lamashtu is her name. She is the goddess of nightmares and the mother of demons.
Oh.
What
You
is
guys
this?
are doing some pretty dark stuff over here. Why are we friends?
This doesn't belong in here.
And as soon as you guys have removed it from the pool, you notice that the tears start to get a little bit clearer, and it seems like the staining on the face of I forgot her name. Pharasma starts to kind of recede, and the water starts to look a little clearer as it washes down.
It looks like you cured it.
I think we should smash the evil statue.
I think
You guys think we shouldn't?
I think it's time to go.
I don't want to leave this here in case someone just throws it back in.
Oh, that's fine. You can take it.
Guess I do have a backpack.
Your family business.
Can we at least wrap it in a cloth or something? So I don't have to touch it?
I have a hammer.
You're going to wrap it in a hammer?
No, I'm going to smash it with my hammer.
But maybe
Then we don't have to carry it.
Maybe we should show it to Kaleri, though.
The head?
No, the evil statue. All right.
Here. Wrap it in the cloth.
Okay.
And then we'll tie it.
Okay, we'll do that.
Maybe we can sell it later.
No.
That would.
Okay, so you guys wrap it in a cloth and then go.
That's what I meant.
It's wrapped in a cloth and we're putting it in a backpack.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Okay, sounds good.
And we're all alive still. Sweet.
Yes, you're all alive still.
No TPK yet?
Do what?
No TPK yet?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yet.
No. Hey, that hasn't happened since Raven left, and that was only because I was being kind, and not all of you actually died.
I survived.
You shouldn't have.
I
Just so
did.
you know.
But I did die nobly.
You did die nobly.
What more could a paladin ask for?
That's right.
Shall we go deeper in?
Well,
No?
you still have to recover that thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, it isn't here, and there's still what? A door that we haven't gone through?
So there is.
You going?
There is.
Oh.
Sorry, there was some lag, so I'm trying to figure out if I dropped or not. Okay.
You did.
Yeah. So there is a southern passage and an eastern passage. They are both made of an ancient solid.
What do you think? It's your place.
You think I've explored the crypt? I don't know where anything is. Let's just pick one and go.
Okay. Come here, familiar.
There's an idea.
Okay. Familiar's going to scout ahead the eastern passage.
Okay. How?
I'm going to set it down. And it's going to walk.
Thank you. Exactly how are you doing this? So you've come up to a big wooden door. What are you going to do?
Are there any gaps or spaces around the door?
Your familiar, you said, was as big as a mug of like ale or something, right?
It's just shaped like a mug. It's about the size of a hand.
Should we
Right.
see if the doors are trapped?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what my familiar is for. Is going to check out the door.
I don't think you can open the door.
You know, he can't
He's
really
not going to open the door. He's just going to let me know if he sees any traps around it.
Can he tell?
It's not like he needs eyes.
I don't think your familiar can do stuff like that, really.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll just hit the door with a hammer and see if anything goes off.
I'll check for traps. Would that just be perception, or would it be something else?
That would be perception.
All right. I'm checking for traps. Are we looking at the eastern door? I'll do the eastern door.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
That is 22.
Oh, that's real good. Okay, so you notice a number of things. So this door, you notice is not locked at all. As you're examining, you notice that all the mechanisms inside the door are sitting in the open position. Notice that as you're kind of looking through the keyhole, on the other side of the door is set up a series of rusty-looking old armors that act as a crude alarm if you were to just bust the door open or break it down. However, if you take your time, it looks...
Wait, you cut out.
Huh?
It looks.
If I take my time at what?
maybe triggering. Oh, I'm still alive. Oh, it's choppy. Everyone is choppy.
You were choppy.
Am I being heard again?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was saying that you see the door is unlocked, and on the other side of the door there appears to be a series of rusted out kind of armor set up as a crude alarm, and that if you guys took your time swinging the door open, you probably wouldn't trigger it. However, if you just kind of walked in and burst in, you guys would have been making a ton of noise.
Okay, Ranger, open the door.
We need to open the door carefully. There's some rusted armor on the other side, and if we just throw the door open, it's going to make a loud noise, so we need to be careful. Open it up. Carefully undo the crude alarm. And it shouldn't be that hard, I hope.
Hmm.
I will carefully open the door to not
Now I
set
have
off.
a song stuck in my head.
What?
Schnappy. We're all being schnappy? Isn't that what you were
Oh, Schnappy. Schnappy.
saying? Being schnappy.
Schnappy. Okay. Man, I wasn't singing that song. Now you got it stuck in my head. Thank you. Ich bin Schnappi, das kleine Krokodil. Ich kann den Gitten. Okay.
You just
Okay.
broke copyright laws.
It's
Okay.
1% different, I'm sure.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so you guys
Very slowly open that door.
and your lights. The armor kind of shakes a little, looks a little tenuous for a bit, and then it kind of settles, but it doesn't fall. It doesn't really make too much noise.
Can I carefully set it
What was that?
Can I carefully set it piece by piece on the floor so we don't accidentally knock it over?
Okay.
Oh no, where'd he go?
You guys are so choppy.
We're all doing fine. It's your side.
I know. Karen's watching Netflix while I'm playing. So our internet connection is not exactly the best. It kind of screws with it. It's okay. I'll just reduce my quality and it'll make it hopefully run a little bit better. Okay. Where am I? Okay. So about 15 feet in, there will be a crudely dug passageway off to your left. And if you go to the right, because you guys can kind of see as you walk in here, to the right there is the passageway that was carved as you guys walked in continues naturally off to the right. So you've got this kind of carved out hallway, and then another one that is carved out, but is still part of the original structure of this family catacomb.
So this part that the part that looks like it's been carved into is brand new, or broken into the catacomb, or out of.
Maybe not. You're not sure, but it isn't any of the bit that has been fancifully carved.
I think it's safe to assume we're going to find goblins in that direction.
Possibly.
Okay. Familiar? Crawl in there and see what you see.
Which way?
To the... What was it?
To the...
Cave passage, right? Not the carved passage, the cave passage.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to send him into the cave passage. It'll be a little bit harder to see
Okay.
against the...
Okay, so it goes up the more kind of... Yeah. It goes up the more rougher passage.
Okay, so I tell him to go toward the passage, and if he sees anything, let me know, and start making his way back.
Okay. Hold on, one of our other players is not able to make it. So this computer's being all messy like ours have been. Yay.
So you'd match.
Yeah. Jeez, friggin' everybody. Oh, okay. I know we're playing Pathfinder wearing D&D shirts. Woo! Okay. This particular passageway, as he goes in, is a kind of crudely carved stairs. As he goes up, it's kind of this cute little mug that's just trying to kind of climb over with arms and legs. Just kind of crawling. He's got these little legs that kind of come up. He looks like he's struggling. If it could grunt, it probably would. But at a certain point, he reaches a ledge that he can't really climb up on. It's just too high.
Now I kind of want to go see what it is.
Well, see, it's little people problems.
How many commands can I give my little coyote?
I'm actually not sure. I did read up on that section after we played last week, last month. But it's been a whole month in between.
Oh boy.
Pick this book up because it's companions.
Now, see, I'm starting to get impatient. I might sneak up alongside with that mug.
Familiars and master abilities. Yours isn't technically familiar. Yours is an animal companion. Which deities? Equal companions. Ability modifiers. Hit points. If your animal companion assists you, you gain the benefits listed, and your companions work together. Benefit and tree. Get into positions to take advantage of the work together benefits. If your companion doesn't have the mount special ability and you are riding it, it can't use any other actions this turn at all. They only give you a few options. We'll just make it like a wolf instead.
I was using the wolf template, but calling it a coyote.
Right. So its finesse jaws when you piercing your wolf tears at your enemy's tendons. That's cool. When you leave an opening, slowing down their movement. Wolf trip. So what are you trying to get it to do?
Well, I was wondering if I could basically do what he was asking his mug to do, just to scout ahead. And somehow communicate to me that there's something ahead, but if he's not capable of that, that's fine. We can just move on.
The puppy would have a better sense of smell.
Yeah, the question is,
I'd say you'd be able to give it basic commands like that. I would assume that you would have trained it to a certain extent. But the information it would be able to relay would be pretty limited.
Like an empath.
It'd probably just like come back and whine at you, and it's like, well, what does that mean? It could be any number of things.
Timmy's stuck in the well.
Yeah,
all right, then I won't worry about it.
All right, I'm gonna stealth up the stairs a little bit.
Okie dokie.
I'll let him
roll me another check.
Alright, well, if you my mug, just help him get over the ledge that he's having trouble clearing.
That would be a natural 20.
Woohoo!
Nice. Okay. All right. So you sneak up these stairs and you get to this kind of higher portion, and you can just kind of step over the what do you
Beer Stein.
The thing that you made. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get that thing named. So you step over it.
It's a solo cup.
Yes. Nice. It is. So you sneak up past that, and you're so stealthy quiet. It's kind of goes when it sees you. This little shocked beer mug with legs, and you kind of get to the edge of this chamber that opens up, and so you see a large sunken chamber is more kind of cavernous than the rest of what you've been looking in this worked stone, and there's a tangle of damp flagstones underfoot. That provides an uneven surface as you walk. Water and slime drips from the walls, seeping in through narrow cracks above. A crude surrounded by the stench of warm, wet bodies hangs faintly in the air, underlying the smell of overcooked meat.
Boy, a cozy place.
Any enemies?
There are a number of them. So they're currently sitting around the fire, either snoring loudly or tearing at their overcooked meat. And they are not aware of your presence.
Goblins, or?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to sneak back down the stairs to the rest of the crew and let them know what I saw. I'm going to repeat pretty much what you just told us. Or told me.
Which was what?
That it's a big cavern, lots of slime and moisture everywhere, the smell of decay all over the place, and there's a group of enemies around a campfire, some asleep and some roasting meat.
Should we ambush them?
So if I made a couple of flasks of alchemist fire and gave one to every member of our party, and we threw them at the same time,
I was about to ask you that.
is that possible?
How long does it take you to make alchemist fire?
Not very long, I reckon. Let's see. There we go. Let's see what this says. Doesn't say. I would imagine I could mix it pretty quick.
unlimited in the amount of potion stuffs you can make?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I would assume that it takes you probably a few seconds, I would imagine, because you can make it and throw it in your turn, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
This says it's a combination of several volatile liquids that ignite when exposed to air, typically stored in a sealed flask.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
They don't need to be that big, so I'd imagine I'd just prepare these things really quick, then cork it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, however much materials you have to be able to do that with. You don't have an infinite amount, you know.
No, but I do have. Let's see.
Since you have 20 vials.
Yeah, but that's just adventuring gear.
But I assume that's part of your stuff.
I just got 20 vials because I thought it was a good idea to carry 20 vials.
Yeah, that's probably accounts for all your potion stuffs.
Oh, that was just simple adventuring gear a lot. Because I thought it might
Yeah, but it's
help.
like how I have 28 arrows. I can only shoot 8 of them, so you only can throw 20 potions until you can buy more.
Oh, okay.
I would
Well,
assume.
then, if that's the case, then I know I've used, what, 2 of them?
Yeah, you do 2 of them.
Yeah, I didn't use very many last time.
Okay. I'll just keep the running count of how
Well,
many
if
I
you
got
don't
left.
want to run out, I can just shoot an arrow and you guys can throw potions.
Yeah, that works. You guys want to do that? How many critters were there?
There was a count of 5.
I saw 5.
Well, this has splash, so if we can all at least throw them in the general area, then we'll be all dealing damage quite a bit.
Well, I first take my bow. I don't have a good throwing arm.
Okay. We don't need to lob these very far, just about 20, 30 feet.
Oh, that's not very far at all. When was the last time you threw something that far?
I'm an alchemist, not an athlete.
Well,
Just throw it as long as they gain some distance and don't throw straight down.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
okay.
You guys need to sneak up the stairs first, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm terrified. Okay, that's not bad. 18.
Yeah.
Watch me fail this roll. This is going to be hilarious. Okay, sneak.
A
Yep.
1.
7.
Ooh.
I'm
Close
not
enough.
trained in stealth, so it's just the vanilla
Clink,
roll.
clink, 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 clink. Clinking together.
Trips on his familiar and tumbles down the stairs. Nolan, were you gonna try and stealth or just?
Yeah, I got an 11.
Okay. Okie dokie.
I'm sorry, 9.
9.
Maybe the barbarian silence will absorb our noise. But I rolled pretty good.
Yeah,
So-
you're on pretty right.
Oh, we were lucky on my roll because that was almost a 1.
Almost, but it wasn't. So, let's go.
Did I
Okay.
win? Did I pass?
Hold on.
The cat says no.
Oh, sorry. No, kitty.
Oh, disappointing. I got excited.
Oh, the kitty weighs about 30-something pounds. It's a big kitty.
It's
Now I
a
wanna
miniature
see
little tiger.
Now I want to see it.
She's a brat. I don't want her.
Oh, bring it here so I can see.
Well, I don't know where she is. I heard her meow, and I don't know where she is. It's my wife's cat.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I was reading up on the chamber. Okay, so luckily the noise from the goblins themselves arguing over scraps of meat and things is loud enough that it covers your stealth to a large extent. They just kind of brush off the noise that they do hear. So you guys make it to the mouth of this sort of entrance, but it's kind of cramped. It's a little less than 5 feet. So for you guys to
go single file.
Yeah, you can't really throw very well around somebody's body. So you guys are going to have to try and sneak into the room to some extent if you want to get a good shot at
Okay.
drawing. Using that.
Then let's do that.
So Nolan, were you going to use Optimus Fire, or are you going to throw a spell instead?
I can just use regular. I can shoot fire.
I'm just asking, what's the plan? What's the game plan?
I do not need Alchemist Fire to shoot fire.
Right.
I can just shoot fire.
Okay. So just the Barbarian and the Alchemist have some.
Okay. I mean, it's got splash damage, so that's cool. But okay. Good deal. So you guys kind of edge your way into the room bit by bit. You don't seem to trigger any response from the goblins as you guys kind of move in. I Elias, you will be to roll initiative otherwise.
Yeah, we missed none of. We got all that. Nothing.
Ooh, good. Okay. Man, that's really annoying. I didn't even turn my bandwidth way down. Okay. So you guys need to roll me initiative. You get a surprise round, but I didn't know who's acting.
Eight.
Did we add anything to the roll, or is it just straight, whatever?
Dex and whatever else.
Where is it on this sheet?
Yeah, where's it on the sheet?
Figure out where it is.
Here. Lydia.
Oh, it's a fat cat!
There you go.
There's some cats now.
Oh.
Fluffy. Well, I know what I
Fluff.
forgot what I rolled, but I think I add to it.
So much is squishy. And angry, apparently.
Yeah. Reminds me of the cat from Big Hero 6.
Well, I rolled a 10. I don't know what I add to it, though.
Yeah, there isn't any place on our sheet that has initiative. I'm looking up and down this.
You had
Well, I rolled a 10. I add my what?
He cuts out at the right time.
It's always when he's saying something important.
Is it perception?
Yeah.
Is it? Is that how it works?
I believe it does.
Hmm?
Maybe if I talk slow,
Oh, I got all of that.
it will.
I have a card. That's Tortoise Nervosa from Night Court.
We jumped out a window. Going back to Big Hero 6. So, I do think it is perception.
So my roll plus perception. Then it would be a 14.
Yeah, give me a second.
Alright, I'll roll. 11 again.
Roll initiative. Typically, you'll roll a perception check to determine your initiative. Yeah. I mean, typically. Oh, well, that's different. You actually roll stealth checks since you guys are being stealthy.
Oh,
Oh,
Even
sweet.
better.
So
Or you're
I
attempting
rolled
to
a
be stealthy.
9, not an 8.
Ooh, 9. Okay.
mine ends up being the same.
Mine's a 9.
14.
Okay.
Was I supposed to re-roll after you said it was stealth, or do I just add what I did?
No, rerolling is fine. Palladius, what did you get?
Oh, what were we rolling for?
Stealth
Initiative.
for initiative.
Stealth, I got 15.
Wow.
Initiative, I rolled a natural 1.
Well, no, the stealth is your
Well, the
initiative.
stealth is the initiative.
Oh, well then, whatever I said, 14, 15.
Yeah, 15. Okay. So you guys will all be acting simultaneously, but we're going to have to resolve it one at a time, obviously. So, Palladius, you were actually first.
Hooray! So, what do I see again? Should we shoot it?
There are 5 goblins in this chamber. One of them was very... very normal Scully, but he's got stuff. Dang it! What is?
I guess I'll just shoot what's the weakest looking one?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Turn my video off, and we'll just go with sounds. That's woo audio only. You know what? Yeah, we'll just leave that. Man. It's been really bad. Our internet's been really off lately. I don't know what the problem is. All right. So as I was saying, we don't really need to see my face anyway. It's okay. There are 5 goblins in this chamber. One of them is fairly beefy. One is kind of wiry and squirrely looking. He's got some looks like some stuff kind of hanging from his bandoliers, because I want to say that word. And there are 3 others that look fairly common types you've seen before.
Which one looks the weakest?
Looks the weakest.
And is within 30 feet.
The 3 that look to be the similar type that you have seen before.
Okay. I will target one of them.
Okay.
I will use magic. No, I will not. I will use produce flame.
Flame.
Ranged touch attack.
Okay.
I miss.
What'd you get?
I got a 5.
Yeah, you missed. Okay. Is that? How does that spell work? Like, this is just like you make fire?
Yeah. I make a little fire thingy in my hand and I throw it at them.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I mean, in their general direction.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay.
Something.
Right.
Let
Okay.
everyone know we're here.
Yeah, well, like I said, you're all going at the same time, so everything's going to hit at the same time, or not, as the case may be. Okay. Tilia is next.
All right. I'm shooting at the big burly one with the bandolier.
The small squirrel, but yeah.
You're always getting the good rolls.
So it's a +4, right?
Yep.
So it'd be 20.
Don't hit him.
Woohoo! What I roll for damage? Don't remember.
It's a D6. You have a short bow?
6.
Is it 6?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Please tell me it's something else.
legendary contortionist. What is that? Those are feats. Feats. Calms, material.
Oh, it's D8.
What?
The D8.
For short bow?
That's what I wrote on my paper. A longbow.
Okay, yeah, a longbow is D8. Yeah, D8 piercing.
Well, 2.
You.
2. Okay, that's awesome. Hey, you hit him. Okay. All right. That makes it Borland and Gorok both got 9s. Which one of you wants to resolve?
I'll go.
There you go.
Hey, alphabetically, your name is first.
That's right. Okay, I'll go. All right. Total of 16.
Total of 16. Who are you aiming at?
The other one, that's not the big burly one, but the other.
So there were 3 average ones that you had seen before, 2
Yep.
types you haven't seen before.
You said there was the one with the bandolier, and then there was one other one.
Yes. There were 2 types that you hadn't seen, the one with the bandolier and the big burly guy. Those are 2 separate ones, and then there are 3 other normal-looking, for goblins, I suppose, normal-looking goblins that you guys have encountered before.
Which ones are huddled the closest together?
And that would be the 3.
3? Okay, that's what I figured. I'll throw it as best as I can into the middle of their area.
Okay. What did you say you got for your roll again?
16.
16.
Total.
Okay. Damage to the other 2.
What?
Did that I drop again?
No, it was a little choppy. Did I hit?
Yes.
Okay. Damage. I get a D8. Give me just a moment. Okay, yeah. Alchemist Fire is D8 fire damage, 1 persistent fire damage, and 1 fire splash damage.
Woo.
Okay. Okay, here's a roll. 3.
Plus
Yay.
1, right?
Yeah, 3 plus 1 persistent plus 1 fire.
So 5.
Fire splash damage.
What is it to it's hard. It's getting late. My brain is dying now. The other 2, they take 5? That is the splash damage, or does the splash damage last?
No, so 1 persistent fire damage, 1 fire splash damage, and the damage roll was 3.
Okay. Okay, so the ones on the sides take 1 damage and then get set on fire. And then that guy takes 3 damage and gets set on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my understanding of how that's working.
Okay.
So throw the bomb. Throw your bomb.
I'm going to throw mine.
Okay.
The one thing I didn't want to happen.
Yeah, natural 1.
It's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Roll me a reflex save.
I thought I told you not to throw it straight down.
That's a 7.
Are you serious?
Okay. All right. Well, you avoid at least dropping it on yourself, but you it kind of slips from your fingers as you throw it, and it impacts pretty close to where you are, and you take the 1 persistent fire damage and the 1 point of normal damage. So you catch yourself on fire.
I would like to rage.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Sorry.
Okay, so as I was saying, all that kind of happened at the same time. So these goblins are kind of sitting around this fire, arguing and eating and then bickering, and then all of a sudden this blast of flame shoots past one of them, and who's kind of peeps and turns around and gets a face full of fire on the other ones, while the guy with the little bandolier turns around to to see what's happening and gets an arrow to the chest, while the big guy just kind of stands up and pulls out his wicked-looking sword and begins to walk in your direction. And that is the extent of your surprise round. Then it is their turn, and the small goblin with the bandolier gets to go first. Okay, and he is called a Goblin Pyro. Ooh. Okay, and he will use the same spell that Nolan did. Because I gotta find the spell entry.
D4.
Right.
Range touch attack 30 feet. D4 damage.
Produce flame. There you go. Yeah. Flame appears in your hands. Yeah. Okay. He will see the one with the bow, and he will roll to attack. What was your AC again?
Mine?
Yes.
13.
13. You said 15, Tilia?
I said 16.
16. Okay. Perceptions, touch attack. I want that one. Okay. Ooh, he just barely snags you with it. So as you stand there staring into the darkness, he lights up a flame in his hand and throws it, and it impacts on your arm and splashes, but doesn't actually do splash damage. It splashes on your arm, and your clothes get caught on fire a little bit.
This is me.
No, that is Tilia. So you take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Okie dokie. And that is his turn. And that makes it Palladius' turn.
Okay. Did anyone get killed yet?
No.
Okay. Anyone damaged?
Yes.
On their side?
On their side, yes.
I will target one of them.
Okay. There is one of the average-looking goblins that looks a little bit more rough than the others.
Okay.
The one that had the alchemist fire splash in his face.
Yes, I will produce flame again.
Okay. Need to roll a touch attack.
Yeah, I fail. 4, 5, 7.
Yeah. Yes. Once again, your mighty flame. This is its
That's
mark.
good rolls. What the heck? Anyway,
I know all your stealth rolls have been amazing.
that's dumb. Once I get to do my actual job, I suck.
Okay, it's Tilia's turn.
Okay, so I went looking back at my sheet and I realized that I have some poison arrows that Tim dipped some of my arrows in his potion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna shoot a poison arrow at Bandolier Man.
Okay. Tim, what's the poison do?
I don't know what it does. What does it do, Tim?
Okay, giant centipede venom. Saving throws fortitude DC 14. Maximum duration that it lasts is 6 rounds. Stage 1 is D4 poison damage for 1 round. Stage 2 is 1d6 poison damage and targets flat-footed for 1 round. Stage 3 is 1d8 poison damage, flat-footed and sluggish for 1 round.
Though I'm not sure it matters because I rolled pretty poorly. Altogether, it's 10.
Yeah, your arrow flies just wide as the goblin dodges underneath its shot.
Wait, do I get multiple shots per turn?
Don't. Yes, maybe. If you don't move, you get 3 actions per. 3 actions per round.
I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna shoot again.
And I believe that shooting is just 1 action.
Yeah. I remember that from last session.
Right.
And that one misses too. Let me try once more.
Hey,
There we go.
That's a hit.
Yeah, that's a 23 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely strike him. See, deftly attempts to continue to dodge. You finally force.
Does this mean you poisoned 15 of my arrows?
Yes.
Okay, so.
I basically poisoned all of your arrows.
Not all of them, just most of them. Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's a
it's-
good roll.
A 7 for damage.
On your arrow, right?
Yeah, on the arrow.
I think we lost him again.
Yeah.
That's good, because she hit for 7, and then it's going to do 1d4 more poison damage.
Do I need to roll
And
that
then
too?
d8 poison damage next round, then d8 again next round.
Yeah, so you roll a d4, or do you wait?
Well, I just did. I'll wait for him to come back and we'll ask him, but I have the roll ready.
Flip him all to max.
Oh,
Oh,
look.
There's 2 of them.
which one? Oh,
No.
there we go.
Yeah, that was me.
Yay, you're here!
I am here. Hopefully my connection's better this time. Alright. I said you hit him. How much damage did you do?
7 for the arrow, and I rolled for poison, and that was an extra 2, so 9.
9. Ooh.
Does he have to roll save before the poison takes effect?
Yes, he does.
Okay, well,
Right.
7, and he needs to roll save.
Constitution, I
Fortitude.
think. Or fortitude.
Be fortitude.
It's a DC 14.
Yeah, he super fails.
Okay,
He
so
rolled
then
3. Even if it was like 10, he
Yeah,
still
which
fails.
then-
Like,
Oh, yes.
This is going to be excellent.
okay. And that makes it the big goblin's turn. Okay, he will walk up to Warlin, and he will use his horse chopper.
Oh,
horse chopper?
it's an axe.
Horse chopper.
Chopper?
Yeah, well, he's a goblin. They gotta... All right, this is this die here. I want this one. Is that which? symbol that's supposed to be. Okay. All right. Well, that's not good for you.
For me?
No, for
Yeah.
me.
For Royal, you rolled the natural 20.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 13 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Ouch.
I would be very dead.
Thankfully, it was against me.
I'd be like twice dead.
Alright, did I do that right? I did it right, yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't have any special crit things going on. I have to confirm a critical anymore, do you? Reading that. Critical hits, double check. 1, 3. Double damage and a critical success. Double your ability bonfire damage. Oh wait, I think. Does he do more? No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. He does 1 more point of damage, actually. Because I forgot to double his ability modifier.
All right, so I'm at 13.
Yeah. Sorry. That's 178. Attack critical hits. If you critically strike, your attack does double damage. Okay, you don't have to confirm. Cool. I didn't think so. Okay. So that was his turn. Can he do it again? See, 3 actions, and he moved, which is 1. Make melee attack. That seems kind of broken. If you don't move, you could possibly make 3 melee attacks in 1 round right off the bat. I'll have to look at that again. But not tonight. We'll read about that later. All right. We'll just call that his turn. Since I don't necessarily want to kill you, per se.
Wow, come on.
I know, it happens so often. I'll make it Grok's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna throw another firebomb at the 3 and where they're gathered.
Okay.
They haven't scattered yet, right?
No, they rolled a natural 1 for their initiative.
All right. Okay.
Oh, you probably need to roll the hit, huh?
Yes, I do.
There you go.
And it's gonna be beautiful because I'm gonna. Okay. So once again, center of mass, and that is gonna be. I think that hits because that's total roll of 18.
Yeah, an 18 will hit.
Yay!
It was a D8, right?
I believe so. Yeah, let me look that up.
There you go. It was a D8.
Oop. Yep. So this D8 damage. 8.
Woo!
Yep.
Okay. That goblin dies in a fiery furnace. And the other 2 take, I believe it is 1, 3 down. Yeah.
I'm like on fire twice.
Yeah, no, he's dead. Yeah. Okay. That makes it Orland's turn.
All right, I'm staring at this big goblin right in front of me, the one that just took the swipe at me with horse choppa. And I'm foaming at the mouth and I'm angry. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite attack at him.
Do you have a bite attack?
Yes, sir. That's part of my totem.
Oh, that's right.
So that is
Like a badger or something, right?
Yep, pretty much. So it's 17.
A 7
17.
on this very unwashed goblin.
That's
It's not
okay.
gonna taste good, but it'll be successful.
That's fine. I've had worse in my mouth. So it's
I don't.
What
wanna
has
go
been
there.
heard cannot be unheard.
7 plus this. So that is a total of 11.
To hit?
No,
Like damage?
11 damage.
Holy moly!
Frick, man.
Well, I'm raging, so it's +2. It's a D10. I rolled a 7 plus my strength modifier.
Wow!
Jeez,
That's-
dude.
Amazing.
And I'm
That's
going to take
astounding.
another bite at him.
Okay. Nice.
Go for the
And that is a
jerk.
20.
Natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Watch him roll 1 for damage.
Knock on wood.
That is a D10. I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
That is a perfect roll right there.
So that's 20 plus the 2. That's 22, 24 plus the strength modifier. So we're looking at 28 damage on that bite.
With your teeth. Yeah, you like just take a big chunk out of his neck and it's just
Everything.
spurting and he just drops. Man, what is it with people in my games and removing goblin heads with teeth attacks? I don't. Ted did it, one of my friends, and you've done it. Like, geez, gotta stop eating people. It's not okay.
It's my totem. Is the goblin still standing?
No, the goblin is very dead.
Okay.
We want to talk
I'm
about
just gonna-
vampires.
I'm gonna wipe my face. I'm gonna point at the scrawny one with the bandoliers.
Did we bring the vampire?
Apparently.
Damage to my
Speaking of, your little goblin companion that was supposed to be your guide runs off in fear, screaming of vampires and bloodlust.
So I wipe my face and I point at the bandolier goblin.
Okay.
And that's
Well,
my
after
turn.
that display,
Chomp, chomp. This big fountain of blood comes out, and then he points at the next guy.
okay. So after that display, the 2 other normal goblins that were on fire and still alive actually start running away, and they take off into the rest of the chambers and just stinking blitz it. They're just terrified.
Do they take damage because they're on fire?
They will continue to take damage. Yes.
Oh, and I took 1 point of damage for the splash damage that I was still from my dropped potion.
Right.
I'm at 12.
I told you not to drop. You did anything.
Jeez. That was a significant amount of damage. That's-
That was insane.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure you actually get negative to attacks. I mean, the
Is it negative?
natural 20 is a natural 20, but for making multiple attacks in a round, I think you take a negative
Throw it in
5 or something.
head,
Okay.
pretty much.
I'll have to look at it later for normal attacks. Anyway. Okay, so that leaves the one Goblin Pyro. That's not his turn yet, so that makes it is his turn. And he, he up and attempts to cast a spell once again. So he brandishes his courage, shouts in his goblin language, many curses. And
All you'll back
Tries
out
to
of
do something cool.
Goblin, not a gnome.
Goblins,
I know, they hit those.
it's cantrips for burning
Oh.
hands.
The racial mark.
Or is it just all short?
Short people hate each other.
Almost angry.
They're bigger than them.
Okay.
And he'll kind of approach you guys a little bit, but not get super close. And then in a 15-foot cone, which will catch all of you.
Oh, crud.
Yeah,
He
maybe I get back on this reflex save.
roll and hit all of you.
Oh my gosh.
Don't we get to like
Unless somebody.
Is this Bandolier Man?
Yeah.
Yes. So burning hands. Gouts of flame rush from your hands. You deal 2d6 damage to creature in the area. They must each attempt a reflex save. So you are all hit in the area, but you need to make a reflex save.
Okay.
Which I was going to.
Ah,
So I'm rolling.
14.
I succeeded.
I got 20.
Okay, let me look up his spell save real quick. Do they actually list that?
I think I'm gonna get hit.
Oh, they did. Okay. Okay, we'll just go. Talia, what was your spell? What's your save again?
Huh?
What was your
Well,
save again?
20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay, you take 4 damage. Gorok, what was your...
Mine was 9.
Okay, you take 8 damage. Warland, what was your save?
14.
14?
Yeah.
You take 8 damage.
Oh, boy.
Palladius, what was your...
10.
10? You also take 8 damage.
I have 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Well.
I'm going to leave now.
Leave as in flee, not leave as in dying, right?
Yeah. It's time to go. Can we go?
I closed my book. That was dumb.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. It's ingested. So I'm gonna have to give you all to all of you. What?
Nolan.
Yes. What?
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 Did you die?
Said Nolan, and he stopped.
It is no one's turn.
Okay. So,
Oh,
ow.
wait. Did he roll his poison damage on himself? Or do I roll that? The Bandolier Man.
Remember, he got
Read
hit
me
with
the-
a venom arrow.
Yeah, read me the entry again.
It's down.
What's the name of the poison?
Giant centipede venom. Down. One more. Right there.
Okay.
Okay, so he took an initial 1d4 poison damage. So this is going to be stage 2.
Mm-hmm.
D6 poison damage, and he's flat-footed now.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you guys roll me the d6 for that?
5.
Okay, 5.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. I think he should, well, you would take that on your turn. So Palladius gets to go first, and then he'll take that damage.
Okay.
So, can you read Magic Missile with me?
Yes. Chance to turn there.
Page 36.
Magic missile. Okay, you send a dart of force streaking toward a creature that you can see. It automatically hits and deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage. In casting this spell, you can increase the casting by a material casting action, a somatic casting action, or both. For each component you add, increase the number of missiles you shoot by 1. Oh, that's hardcore. You choose each missile individually.
So I could cast up to 3 magic missiles. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, I do that.
Well, that's really hardcore for a first level spell, man.
That's what I was thinking, because I didn't want to, like, be like, I do 3d4 plus 3 damage without reading.
Right, now that's what it sounds like to me. I mean, your verbal spellcasting is how it starts. And if you add material costs and somatic costs, if you have the materials on hand anyway. Yeah, that's 3 magic missiles right off the bat.
I'm doing it then. And I rolled a 4, and a 3.
Okay.
11 plus 3, so that's 14.
Okay.
The bando.
Wow.
Take that.
That was really good. That would have almost toasted him right off the bat. Okay. You strike him with your magic missiles. The bluish magic escapes from your hands with these take a shape of sharp points as it penetrates his chest, and his chest cavity lights up with the electric color, and he kind of shakes a little bit as he stands and then falls to his doom and does not stir again.
He almost did that to me, so.
And then his dead body takes poison damage. Yes.
Yes, and then his dead body takes poison damage.
And it's flat.
Okay. All right. Well, we got to a good point, I think, where we can settle down for...
I'm going to grab
this.
Horse Choppa from the one guy before we get too far.
Okay, you do that.
Were the fleeing guys out of range already?
Okay. I'm gonna make a flask of healing elixir.
Okay.
Give it over to our hurt wizard.
Please.
I'm at 4 hit points.
Aim at 1.
He's at 1. He needs it. Okay, so I'm gonna mark down another flask.
Okay. The big goblin did not had more than just the horse choppa, which is just a big fatty sword that does a D8. He also had a minor healing potion on his.
I'm taking that.
Read his pockets. And if you search the room, which I'm assuming you guys are going to spend some time doing.
Yeah, we're going to search the room. Should we do a perception?
That I roasted.
Can I try
Yes,
to
perception.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. So as you kind of check in the little alcoves that are around, and you kick at the goblin bedding, you move some of the moldy straw, you'll find behind a stalagmite that there was a rope, actually that was attached to the ceiling, and it looks like that there was a trap underneath this the piece of flooring that you guys were at. One around, and they may have pulled that trap on you into a falling rock as it kind of sits above where you guys were standing, this big heavy stove. But also in that corner, you find 2 more flasks of alchemist's fire, a smoked stick, and 10 copper pieces.
Okay, I'm calling those flasks. Those are mine.
A smoke stick?
Yeah. So you
like
you light it on fire and you throw it into a room. It's like a smoke bomb.
Cool.
Can I try to retrieve my arrows?
You may. How many did you use again?
How many? 4?
Yeah, I think it was 4 because you did a 4-round action.
On only 2 of those hit anything.
Yeah.
All right. So you will find 3 of them in good shape enough to retrieve.
Okay.
Not the poisoned one.
Yeah.
Okay, can I check the body I toasted?
You may check the body you toasted.
So do I need perception for that one, or?
Yes.
All right. 16 get me anything?
You will find 3 copper pieces that are stashed away in his loincloth.
Oh, yummy.
Ugh.
I wanted so bad to tell you that you found the, what did I call it, Nolan? The napkin of truth?
Yes. Nappy of
Yeah. So we were talking about making a deck of items that you draw instead of like rolling on a table to search for things when you're looking for a room. And one of the items that we were brainstorming was a used diaper that the goblins wrap around somebody's head to get them to tell the truth. So I think I called it the napkin of truth. This is what it was. Yeah. Woo! Used loincloth wrapped around your face. I'd want to get out of that too. Okay. On that note, let's call it a night. It's 10:45 my time, and I know it's 10:45 midnight. A couple of the rest of our team there. So we will stay in the Goblin headquarters until we can play again.
Awesome. And
Okay.
hopefully I can
Cool.
heal up a little bit before then.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we got a little bit further, and we'll see what we can do in the future. Thanks for joining us. Internet connection was really crazy tonight. It's not usually this bad. I don't know what the heck the deal is. Other than that, my computer is dying. My internet connection sucks. But thanks for joining us. And as always, guys, happy gaming. Have a good night.